Welcome back to the Voice of the People. Today we have a very special guest, former Prime Minister of Pakistan, Mr. Imran Khan. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here and address your audience.
Mr. Khan, your recent statement regarding the Islamabad massacre has resonated with people around the world. You compared it to the Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Can you elaborate on this?
The Jallianwala Bagh massacre, carried out over a century ago by General Dyer, remains etched in history as a heinous atrocity. Despite the absence of cameras or media at the time, it is remembered for the brutal suppression of peaceful protesters. Similarly, the Islamabad massacre is an event that neither we nor the people will ever forget. Today, we live in an age where evidence, video footage, witness accounts, is readily available. This evidence is being collected, and while attempts may be made to conceal it, the truth will eventually come to light.
That's a powerful statement. You've also outlined steps for your party and workers to respond to this tragedy.
I have directed my party and workers to raise their voices against this atrocity on every platform, be it Parliament, the judiciary, or international media. This isn't just a political struggle, it's a fight for justice and the dignity of those who have lost their lives. On December 15th, we will hold a day of mourning and prayer in Pakistan and across the globe to honor the martyrs of the Islamabad massacre.
It's clear that you're deeply committed to seeking justice, but your statement also suggests a tipping point. You mentioned the possibility of a civil disobedience movement. Can you share more about that? What actions are being taken?
Yes, we've been left with no choice. Our peaceful protests are met with violence, and the data of our martyrs is concealed. The judiciary has been compromised through the 26th constitutional amendment, and I'm repeatedly arrested on baseless charges. If our demands are not met, an independent judicial commission of the senior-most judges and the release of political prisoners, we will launch a full-fledged civil disobedience movement. The first step will be a campaign urging overseas Pakistanis to reduce foreign currency remittances.
Bold move indeed. You've also made a call to state institutions to prevent discord between the people and the military. Why is this important? What actions are being taken?
Pakistan's strength lies in its unity. Those attempting to create a rift between the people and the military are doing irreparable harm to the nation. I urge state institutions to identify and stop these elements. Our goal is to preserve Pakistan's integrity and ensure it doesn't fall apart.
Your statement also touched upon allegations involving General Faiz and the May 9th incident. Can you clarify your position? What actions are being...
Certainly. General Faiz was General Bajwa's subordinate. When I was Prime Minister, General Faiz only met me with General Bajwa's permission and always debriefed him afterward. To claim he was involved in a conspiracy is absurd, especially considering he had retired by May 9th. If anyone should be investigated, it's General Bajwa, who conspired against our elected government. This has been corroborated by figures like Maulana Fazlur Rahman, Shahid Khakan Abbasi, and Muhammad Zubair.
Thank you for sharing your perspective, Mr. Khan. Before we wrap up, is there a final message you'd like to convey to our listeners?
To my fellow Pakistanis, I urge you to remain steadfast and united. This is a difficult time, but together we will overcome these challenges. Justice will prevail and the truth will emerge. Thank you. But remember, our strength comes from our faith. As long as we remain united and keep our belief strong in Iyyaka na'budu wa iyyaka nasta'een, we worship you alone.
Thank you, Mr. Khan, for being with us today. That's all for this episode of The Voice of the People. Stay informed, stay strong, and we'll see you next time.